The following is a non-profit review. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is property of Warner Brothers Entertainment, Crunchyroll, Shonen Jump, and Hirihiko Araki. Please support the official release.
Aha! What's up, YouTube? I'm Blind Oedipus.
And this is Albino Boy 101.
BO for short, if you don't know. And
This doesn't really make any sense if you do it after I introduce myself. Anyway, that's not the point.
so we're here to review the first parts of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's a fantastic anime if you haven't seen it already.
It's created by a guy named Hiriko Araki. I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrong, I'm American. It was originally turned into an OVA, but it's actually brought back into a more accurate adaptation of the manga, which follows the adventures of the family called the Joestars.
And the first part is only 9 episodes long?
Yeah, 9 episodes, so not much time given to really anybody except for like the main bad guy. Well, the only bad guy.
Yeah. And his name is Dio. All of the bad guys in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure are named after classic rock bands, which is kind of awesome.
Well, even the good guys too, because in part 1, which is not really much of a spoiler, you're introduced to a guy named Robert E.O. Speedwagon.
Mm-hmm.
No joke. Look it up.
And then there's also Baron Zeppeli, who's named after Led Zeppelin.
I actually didn't really get that until I actually looked it up.
Oh, really?
Well, it's not as obvious as Dio.
Yeah, Dio.
Which is actually how the guy pronounces his name in like the Japanese sub. He literally goes like, I, Dio.
Yeah, he constantly refers to himself as like, I, Dio.
I, Dio, will destroy you, and then I, Dio, will rule the world.
But the first part covers Jonathan Joestar.
I'm sorry. Every time I do that, I just start laughing. You want to go?
No, go ahead.
Part 1 is centered around a man named Jonathan Joestar, or as literally every other name in the series turns into, Jojo. Is in England, which actually it starts in London, England, I think around the Victorian era.
Yeah. Like late 1800s.
And it begins with basically his mom dying. Not in childbirth, but a carriage accident. The mom's killed, driver's killed, somehow his dad survives. And basically Dio's dad, Dario Brando, and his mom...
Total scumbag.
Oh, you have no idea.
Total scumbag.
Yeah, on the list of douchebag parents, I think he easily rates at like number 1.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
They come across a crash and Dario starts looting the corpses. And around that time, George Joestar, Jonathan's dad, wakes up and thinks he actually saved him.
And then Jojo and Dio don't get along at all. They just...
Well, that's kind of the understatement of the century.
Yeah.
Literally on the grave of his dad, he says like, yeah, I'm going to try and kill everybody with the Joestars.
Mm-hmm.
So I can have the money. And he starts a plan to basically get rid and make Jojo miserable. I mean, turning everybody in the town against him by saying he's a snitch. And then trying to steal his girlfriend, worst of all. Actually, no, that's not even worse of all. He sets his dog on fire.
Yeah.
He literally takes Jonathan's dog, stuffs him in the furnace, and then doesn't tell anybody, so they light the dog on fire. Easily one of the most douchebag moves ever in anime history.
Mm-hmm. So after that, Dio tries to seek more power, and because Jonathan manages to beat him in a duel in like a boxing match, and then also once more.
Actually, Jonathan actually loses the boxing match.
Oh yeah, but Jonathan loses the boxing match, but then he beats the crap out of him.
Yeah, when
later.
he finds out that Dio tried to steal his girlfriend, they start fighting, and then blood lands on a stone mask that George Joestar found, which actually leads to basically the rest of the whole series.
So one thing about JoJo is it's got a very unique animation style. Like, so it's really, really well defined and really bright and colorful. And like all the characters are, well, all the Joestars at least are really muscular and like huge, and like all the women are kind of petite and small.
Well, anybody would look petite and small compared to any of the Joestars.
Yeah, it's true. But it's really awesome. Like I love the detail that's done on all the characters. It makes for it's not like anything else I've ever seen before.
And throughout the whole series, they will alternate colors. Like Jonathan Joestar's hair is like blue, but then they'll do like a color change to, I guess, heighten dramatic emphasis, and his hair will like turn purple, his clothes will look differently. Which is one thing I actually like about the whole thing, that it does that.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Joestar, since it's a 9-episode run, doesn't really give him a lot of like character development. He's the usual good for the sake of good, I want to be a gentleman, which kind of makes him a little boring.
Yeah.
But then the show is totally saved by Dio. I mean, it is like one of my new favorite anime villains of all time.
Yeah, and then like when it gets into part 2, Joseph Joestar, Jonathan's son or grandson. Joseph Joestar is completely the opposite. Like,
yeah,
he's a nutcase.
Yeah, whereas Jonathan tries to be the perfect gentleman, Joseph is like Spider-Man on crack.
He tries to piss everybody off, and like he tries to outsmart absolutely every single one of them.
I wouldn't really say try. He does outsmart everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
One thing I love about him the most is that he can and will fuck your mind with psychological warfare. He will look at you and go, "Your next line is going to be," and then he will say what you're gonna say word for word.
And then you say it, and then you think, "Whoa, what the hell?"
Nani?
Ah!
And then he will reveal his master plan, which is what I love about him. Jonathan never really had a plan. It was kill Dio, blank, profit.
And then Joseph, when all else fails, he resorts to the Joestar family secret of running. And
Yeah, the
screaming.
ancient secret Joestar family technique. But not a lot actually fails for him. Because what he does is like, oh, so you planned around my plan. Well, guess what? I planned around the plan you're planning around my plan.
And part 2, it doesn't, like, the main villain isn't Dio. It's AC/DC, Cars,
Wamu,
and Santana.
Not joking.
All of which named after rock bands.
Yeah, Wamu is based off of Wham, which I guess not a lot of people are gonna get, considering it's Wamu, the only one not directly named. Again,
And in the
Cars.
Japanese dub, they don't call him ECDC. It's like ACDC or something.
Well, that's just a pronunciation.
Yeah.
That's just how it's spelled, but actually you hear AC/DC. Which I wonder how they're gonna do it for the English dub, considering they're probably gonna have to avoid it for copyright infringement. They probably are gonna say it how it's spelled.
But isn't the English dub out now, or is it?
Yeah, it actually is. Yeah, you can get it now on like Amazon or wherever you can buy anime.
So
Here.
Plug here, yeah.
But yeah, the main bad guys of part 2 are called the Pillar Men. Oh, so called because they literally encased themselves in stone pillars over 2,000 years ago, only to be thawed out, as it were, in, I think, was it 1930?
Yeah.
World War II era. So you see like Nazis in here. Which, speaking of, I actually love the Nazi they have in here. His name is Rudolf von Stroheim, who literally, if you give him an opportunity, will scream out like German, insert German here, well, is the best. German science, German medicine, German
Engineering.
writing, yeah,
German.
engineering. And I actually kind of love him, surprisingly.
But like when you watch when he's first introduced, he's kind of a dick, but he redeems himself later. Like he totally redeems himself.
Totally. This is a small spoiler, but when they battle the first Pillarman, von Stroheim is there, and Joseph kind of blows up the Pillarman with Haman, which we actually haven't talked about yet.
Oh yeah,
It actually appears in part 1, which is what Jonathan is taught by, again, we forgot, Baron von Zeppeli. Is it von Zeppeli?
Yeah.
No, is it? I think it's just, no, I think it's just
Baron Zeppeli?
Yeah, Zeppeli. Which it never actually explains if he actually is a Baron or not, but Haman is this spiritual, is it spiritual?
It's like it's controlled breathing.
Yeah, it literally is a superpower gained through proper breathing. You can channel the power of the sun through your breathing.
Yeah.
Which actually, I gotta say, is like one of the coolest powers I've ever seen.
Definitely.
And in part 1, they use these things called overdrives. Which are like, super attacks, if you will. There's one called Scarlet Overdrive where he does like an uppercut, literally lighting the person on fire. There's one, what's the one where he hits the sword?
Oh,
Silver Overdrive?
Silver Overdrive, I think.
We'll go for that for now. And the most powerful, well, I don't know, he uses it the most, so I don't know what's the most powerful one. That's called Sunlight Yellow Overdrive.
And then Jonathan uses the Sunlight Overdrive, but Joseph only uses just like Haman Overdrive.
Yeah, a rebuff where he literally like lifts his elbows like that.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I think Joseph is a better user. Because even in the first episode where he's introduced, he instinctively uses it without any idea what the hell he's doing.
And then with training, he's able to take down vampire gods.
Which I gotta say is the coolest, because he literally he fights some corrupt cops in order to defend a pickpocket who stole his wallet.
Yeah.
But what he does is the coolest. He literally holds like a glass Coke bottle, points it at the cop who's still standing, and literally breaks his finger with a bottle cap.
It's pretty awesome.
He's standing like, I think, like 10 feet away.
Yeah, something like that.
And then the bottle cap literally launches itself off, breaks the guy's trigger finger. And what I find is hilarious because that he gets pissed pretty easy, like any other anime hero. Well, I guess Shonen Jump.
And he's Shonen
hero.
Jump anime
Yeah.
hero. Yeah.
And then literally as soon as he's done, he's like, "Oh my god, my grandma's gonna be pissed."
And I think the best part in part 2 has to be the climax, the final battle between Jojo and the main villain. But we won't spoil too much for you. So, final thoughts on Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. It's fantastic.
I would recommend. I have been recommending. I can't really shut up about it. I actually introduced him to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, part 1 not so great. The villain easily saves a whole 9-episode arc.
Part 2 is really, really good, and then I've just barely started watching part 3. But
Which has Jojo Kujo, the grandson of Joseph Joestar.
so, and it's pretty good so far, but
And once he's done watching that, we will review part 3 for you, and as the series as a whole in general.
okay. Yeah,
Probably
sounds good.
season 2, because I mean that's what literally the whole thing of Jotaro is.
Yeah, season 1 is Jonathan and Joseph, and then season 2 is Jotaro.
Yeah, 26 episodes total for season 1, 9 for Jonathan, 17 for
Yeah.
Joseph, and then 48 for Jotaro.
But anyway, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Give it a shot if you want to.